About a year and a half ago, I did a short film about a giant fish destroying Tokyo, trying to capture the same flair of the Japanese giant monster movies of the 60s, which when I grew up, I loved them. They're great. Based on that, and having the producers seeing that, they decided I was the right person to work on Zarkorr. I found myself wearing a lot of hats. Not only was I designing the effects, coming up with the sequences, I was also shooting most of the sequences, lighting the sets, and basically organizing all the various office, managerial, administration things at the same time. There are many times where I'd be sitting there calling action behind the camera, working on a dolly move at the same time while some of the other crew members would, of course, like operate the effects and let the monster go through his paces.
I'm the biggest Ultraman fan in the world, so I think every Ultraman monster in the world had inspired me. And I had worked as a designer before I directed and had actually designed some of the Ultraman shows, the ones shot here in the United States, and was pretty huge fan of that kind of stuff, so it was a natural thing, I kind of dreamed.
For the most part, it was me and John Fidel, who also played the monster in the movie. We built basically all of the sets, all of the miniatures, and rigged up all the effects ourselves. And then what we do is when we have a big shoot day, I bring in a crew of like 6 or 8 other people that have done this type of thing before, knew what they were doing, and that way we can actually shoot all of these things out at one time.
It's very cool. I love Godzilla. I love more than anything in the world. So I couldn't refuse to work on this. It was excellent being in the suit. You know, I couldn't, like Mike said, I couldn't see much, so when this tape was over, I could only see what was directly in front of me. But I knew everyone was having a good time because look, everyone after the tape was screaming cool and all that, so I imagine it was very cool. And saw the dailies, and it was very cool.
He really had the Zarkorr hand swipe and tail wag down to a fine art. If you watch as Zarkorr kind of trashes through the town, his tail is his tail hand motion is it's almost like a ballet. I think that the Joffrey should watch Zarkorr because they could probably pick up some pretty slick moves. Shooting monsters. There's a trick to the camera angles of shooting monsters. Now, as you see right now, the camera is in a very classic monster position, also used in Citizen Kane, when you want to make people look like monsters. But as you can see, as I approach towards camera, I am hitting, that is a very good monster approach. Now you can also, camera, could you go high up right now, please? Thank you. This is also another very good, as the monster's trashing through town, and you can have like the little miniature people down there screaming and running through the use of wonderful special effects. Another great monster is come very close up. This is a very good monster. Notice the hands, the fear. Great. The thing that's super exciting about Monster Island Entertainment is they're bringing us like the big picture movie monsters, which we have not seen since like the early 60s. And it is a treat to see them finally back